Yo. You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ.
It's the Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show on YouTube. Every Wednesday and Saturday evening. And we don't miss a beat.
Oh my God.
Shut the front door.
What?
We keep it real. We keep it simple. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Big Rich here, Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show here back on YouTube. This is the Hump Day show in the middle of a long and productive, hopefully productive week. I know it's been that way for me. I'm hoping it's that way for you. We're going to try to put everything together and make it do what it do. We back in the building, bigger and better than ever. And I always start the show off thanking. I should start the show off by thanking God, which I will. And I also thank everybody who watched and contributed the What's the Real Deal show on Friday and the movie review on Hidden Figures Monday. It was an excellent movie, and I hope you guys got something out of the review. So remember, What's the Real Deal will be this Friday night, the Saturday show here, the Big Rich Live show, and then next Monday we'll be doing another movie review. Again, I don't know what movie we're going to review, but we're going to review a movie. Starting out with our social media, Twitter handles, capital B, capital R, Live on the Mic. Instagram is Big Rich Live on the Mic _ between each word. Website is www.bigrichlivethemic.com, and our email is bigrichlivethemic@gmail.com. Lastly, I'm not even going to say lastly because it's going to be something after that, but our Facebook page is facebook.com/Big Rich Live on the Mic. And now we are on Black Spot. That's BLAQSPOT. That is the Black Facebook, owned and operated by an African-American couple, I want to say out of Georgia. But we now have a page on that. It's going to run concurrently with the Facebook page, and it's basically www.blackspot.com/Big Rich Live on the Mic. So with that said, let's put it on. We have a lot of stuff going on. I really couldn't pick a bunch of subjects. So I was like, you know what? I've been promising for weeks now to answer some questions. So what I wound up doing was, out of the hundreds of questions and emails and tweets and direct messages we've gotten, I've picked 5 off the top, just off rip, just randomly, because I didn't really have the time to go through all of them and be like, okay, well, this is more important than that, and I've answered this before. So I just picked 5 out randomly, and we're going to break them down. So bear with me. The first one was from Twitter. Is Sunshine X. I'm assuming it's a she, Sunshine, but who knows? They wrote, since you're saying that you left the Democratic Party, I want you to know, so have I. What should we do next? Well, it's easy. Like I said, that I'm done with the Democratic Party, and I officially changed my voter card from Democrat to Independent. That doesn't mean that you just turn your back and you don't try to make the party better. What it is basically is, I'm not even going to say it's a ceremonial type gesture, because it means a whole lot to me. But basically what it is letting the Democratic Party know that, look, you can no longer take my vote for granted. And a lot of people are saying that. I mean, the Republican Party, the GOP, the Grand Old Party, whatever you want to say, racist central, whatever. I'm not going to say never, because originally they was started on the side of good, if you really want to put it that way. But this current reincarnation or incarnation of the GOP is definitely not for me or people who look like me. But the Democratic Party needs to be reworked. It really does. And it's so funny. You have something called the Justice Democrat arm, which is basically the Bernie wing. Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, to people of that ilk, Elijah Cummings, and to a certain extent, brother out of Minnesota. It'll come to me. He's the first openly Muslim. Real smooth brother. So they are moving that part. They're moving that wing, trying to build that wing to move it on. So, you got a lot of old heads. It's basically, nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Well, it was funny how people will say that. And I was listening to Secular Talk, I think it was 2 days ago. And Kyle was saying something that I just thought of. That's what people said about the Tea Party. And look how it is. Look how the Tea Party has galvanized their base. And they got the presidency. They got both chambers of Congress. They're going to have the majority on the Supreme Court. They have the majority of governorships, governorships and local municipalities as far as the governmental power structure. So it can be done. The fact of the matter is Democrats need to understand that, you can't throw us or fool us with scare tactics, basically. That's basically what it is. It's just scare tactics. The whole thing with the Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump thing. Oh, you don't want him to be there. That's true. We didn't want Donald Trump to win. But a lot of us damn sure didn't want Hillary Clinton to win. So a lot of us abstained from the top of the ticket. And look what you have. You follow what I'm saying? So the Democrats need to understand that if they're not going to make the changes, then we're going to force the changes. Basically, that's just what it is. What we're going to do is we're going to primary everybody who is the corporate demagogues, if you will, the Cory Bookers, the others of his ilk, basically the Hillary Clinton or the Clinton wing of the party. And we will primary them and we'll get them out and put some progressives and liberals and stuff in there that feel not only, I'll say this, and this is a little bit off the target, but what it goes with what should we do next? I am a conservative in a lot of ways. I really am. I really am. People know that I really don't get down with the gay and lesbian lifestyle. However, they're human beings and they deserve to be happy and to have every right anybody else has. Now, if it comes, I believe in God and, and that type of stuff there that is wrong. And if it is wrong, who do I know? But come Judgment Day, and if you believe that, then they'll have to deal with it. They'll have to, contend with that. But I don't feel that any discrimination is wrong. So I'm very conservative on certain aspects, but I'm very liberal on other aspects. I'm not as liberal to be like, people need to be walking around the street naked or having sex in public, out in the open and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that I am conservative about. But, to me, and this is just my own personal opinion, a normal person is a little bit conservative and a little bit liberal. You follow what I'm saying? Where there's certain things like, I'm not going to stop you from doing that, but that's just not something that I want to do, that type of stuff. So I hope that answers your question. Just basically, we're going to, primary them, write your congressman, write your senator, organize, and make sure that, because think about it. Everybody want to talk about we deal with Donald Trump for the next 4 years. That's not necessarily true. And I'm not talking about him being impeached, which I feel that he will be. But in 2 years, a lot of the House seats and a lot of the senatorial seats will be up, and we can flip the House and the Senate back to a Democratic or more liberal leaning base. And then you now make the president moot. He has executive orders, but there's but so far he can go with executive order. Excuse me. He has veto power. That's true. But again, you caucus enough members that you have a supermajority so you can overview or override any veto. So that's what I say as far as that. Next one is also from Twitter's Melanated One, the number one. It says, with so many so-called conscious people and quote-unquote black news, how do we figure out who we should listen to and who we should tell to kick rocks? Well, that's simple. I preach this all the time. just because I say it doesn't mean that you should 100% blindly believe it. Now I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit up here and hold the truth. If things, excuse my French, fucked up, then that's what I'm going to say. If I disagree or I make a mistake or something like that, I'm the first one to capitulate and be like, hey, look, I screwed that one up. So I try to do the best I can, but I've always preached, listen to what I'm saying, with an open mind. And if you have any doubts, hit me up or do your own research. But you should do your own research anyway with anybody. And then after a while, you'll figure out who's full of crap and who's not. I mean, that's just basically it. I mean, there are so many people who have YouTube channels like I do. I mean, I have not been on YouTube a year now. I think I started in September. I want to say, I got to look it up. I think it's September. The earliest was October, but I think it's more like September because I was actually going to wait till I retired, but I wind up wanting to jump. So it might have been September, October, something like that. So you talking 6 months, I'm still a baby. I think I got like 47, 48 total videos, like a baby, So there are people who have thousands upon thousands of subscribers and listeners and stuff like that. And they've been doing this a whole lot longer than I have. And I listen to them. I listen to them all the time. You follow what I'm saying? Now, I fact check everything that they say. And if so far I haven't come up with something that was wrong, I might have elaborated on something else, but it is what it is. So that's what I suggest you do, Melanated One. Okay, the third one. It's this is from this is an email. It's wearepower@gmail.com. He or she says, "What are your thoughts on reparations and we will get it in our lifetime?" Well, whoever wrote that, thanks for the email. I can't say when the email was sent because I didn't write it down. My bad. But I did a full show on reparations. I want to say it was the last show. Maybe it was the last show or the show before that on What's the Real Deal. That's on this channel. And if I can remember, I will put a link to that. But just a brief overview, I feel that reparations are due. We are the only people on the face of this earth, not even this country, on the face of this earth that have been harmed and not attempted to be made whole. There was a couple of times where this country, when you had the first Reconstruction, then right after slavery, you had the second Reconstruction during the civil rights era, and it was always stopped in its tracks. So we need to be made whole. And yes, I agree that any politician, I don't care, black, white, yellow, green, humpback, don't make a difference. If they coming to us for our votes, they need to be talking about reparations, period. I don't know what form it is, but they need to be talking about that. So yes, I agree with that 100%. Now, in my lifetime, I'm 49. I figure I got about a good 40 years, God willing, got a good 40 years on this earth. I truly think that in my lifetime, there's going to be some groundswell, some push to some type of reparations, but I feel that it's not going to be overnight, and I feel that it's going to be a hard road to toe because just the amount of money owed, excuse me, this country can't afford it. They can't write a blank check. So I don't know how it's going to be done, what type of form, but it needs to be done, and I believe it will be done. Thanks for your question. Next one is an email from 1967 seriously @hotmail.com. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seriously 1967. So that put you at what? 50. Ooh. When will we get social apps, social media apps for us by us? I'm assuming you're asking about owned and operated by African Americans, specifically for African Americans. Well, there's a couple. There's one that I pushed maybe about 6 months ago. It's More Us, MOORUS.com. That's owned and operated by Mr. Tariq Nasheed. Right now, it's only on iPhones. It's not on Android. That's what we'll be working on it. It's got some kinks and bugs and stuff like that. It has its limitations. but it's something that where you can support African American businesses, and you can put out the information that needs to be done, needs to be put out without the racist trolls spamming you and basically trying to crush your hopes and dreams. And then there's a new site that I'm very excited about, and I am a supporting member about, and that's Black Spot. I remember I said earlier when I was giving out our social media platform, Black Spot. It's BLAQSOPT.com. It's an excellent. I mean, basically, if you look at it, Facebook is blue, Black Spot is black. I mean, it has the same features. It has the same get down, if you will. Right now, it's not available on iPhone, but it is available on Android, and it has the desktop site where you can have it on your desktop. So I would say check those out. There's a lot of stuff going on those social media sites. There's a lot of cooperative economics, a lot of talk about reparations, being made whole, trying to deal with the fallout of slavery, segregation, redlining, mass incarceration, that type of stuff right there. So go and check that out. Last but not least, it just says, please help. It's from Sean Deesh Ice, okay, at gmail.com. And the subtitle is help. It says, what got you into YouTube, and how do you continue when, if you get no views? I've been on YouTube for a couple of months, and my videos get minimal views. Well, it's funny. If you look, and I purposely kept them up there. If you looked at my first three or four videos on this channel, I think the lowest is like 8 views, maybe 5 views. And I think the highest is like 48 views. And I wasn't discouraged because I knew going in, I did a lot of research and found out that sometimes it takes years. It takes years of marketing, and sometimes you might have to ask for help. You might have to pay for marketing, people to help you out and stuff like that. But what I realized was that this is something that I really wanted to do. I mean, I don't toot my own horn at all, but just basically I'm a college graduate with a master's degree in business administration. I'm a veteran, fought in the war, or fought during the war. I'm a police officer, or used to be a police officer, 23 years. I mean, I'm well versed. I've been all over the world, listen to and learn many languages. I can't speak them, but I can, certain languages, as long as you don't go too fast, I can kind of get what you're trying to say. And I felt that there was a lot of things that I wanted to put out. There was things that I wanted to do, so my daughter actually her name is Rihanna Nikise, so that y'all check out her channel, leave a comment down below. I'll try to put the link down below. She actually started it a couple years back when she was going through her process to get hired. And actually before that, she was doing it when she was in the military. And she basically got me into it and was like, Dad, you can have a platform all your own. You do what you need to do. You say what you want to say. And, people will listen. It's going to take a while, though. I mean, because really and truly, if you guys look at my subscriptions, I have 145 subscribers. Now, most of my videos get between 5,000 up to 20,000 views. So it's out there, but it's kind of hard to get subscribers. So what I say is you got to keep you have to keep putting up content. You have to. My last apartment didn't have proper internet, so it was kind of hard. So I was filming. Then I had a slow computer to render all my stuff. Then I had to put it on a jump drive and take it over to Starbucks and upload it. It was horrible. So it basically gave me an excuse not to do it. So I say content. I say have patience. Sometimes, like, go to Fiverr.com. It's FIVERR.com. And a lot of them, they'll charge you $5, sometimes $10 to promote not only your videos, but your channel also. So you might want to check that out. So that's the end of this show. I hope you guys enjoyed the 5 questions and the answers. Thank you all for the questions. Keep them coming. I'm going to try to do this on a regular basis, but I can't make promises. I'll see you guys Friday for What's the Real Deal. Saturday for Saturday show of Big Rich Live on the mic. And Monday we'll be doing the movie review. So in the meantime, in between time, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke. Peace. I'm out.